assuming it's going to update it. I don't see anything on my screen though. Distribute flyers to neon. Okay, so I gotta figure out where the merchants are, which I'm assuming all the shops are here, right?
This robot got vandalized. We had a good laugh about it back at the station.
There's a robot, dude.
What can I get you?
Oh, there's another one.
If you're here to buy, take a look around the shop. Just keep your hands where I can see them. My store, my rules. If you don't like it, talk to Styx. He runs our, complaints department.
Mm-hmm.
That's more like it. You know, I'm sick and tired of people coming in here and treating Styx like he's some kind of sideshow exhibit. I mean, look at that graffiti they sprayed onto his chassis. If I could find the asshole who did that, I'd make him pay for the paint removal. Not something I'm interested in.
Well, damn.
You'd do that? Huh. Okay. Maybe I misjudged you. Huh. I'm glad you see Styx as more than just a possession. The lowlife that did this to my buddy calls himself Warlord. You can probably find him somewhere near Euphorica. Scare the crap out of this punk, and it'll teach all the Ebside lunatics that nobody messes with me and the Styx.
So why is Warlord targeting you?
Warlord's one of the disciples, one of Neon's street gangs that claims it owns Ebside. A few years back, the gang tried to break in here and rob my place, but Styx put one of them down and sent another to Reliant on a stretcher. He and his buddies have been harassing me ever since, mostly by scaring away my customers and stealing my deliveries. Warlord still swears he'll get even with me, and he came pretty damn close when he somehow managed to disable Styx and sprayed him with paint. It feels like it's only a matter of time before he gets past Styx, and I'm done for. I knew a guy a few years ago who ran up a hell of a tab with me. I'm talking thousands of credits, but at least he'd make regular payments. One day the payments stopped, so I tracked him down. Found out he got mixed up with an Aurora dealer and fell from the upper platform.
All right.
Since I had a legit claim, the city awarded me his property, which amounted to the contents of a storage container. Guess what I found inside? Took me a few months to scrounge up the parts, but I'd say I did a pretty decent job getting Styx up and running.
Yeah, what happened to your eye, dude?
It's no big secret. I lost it fighting on the Freestar side during the Colony War.
Oh.
I was a ground pounder. Slogged it out in the trenches with the troops. And did pretty well, too. Until an EM weapon took out our transport. They pulled me out of the wreckage, but the damage was done. Honestly, I consider myself lucky. Most of the other soldiers died in the crash. I don't need any handouts. I'll pass.
Wonder if I do this job for him, he'll help.
I know you'll be surprised, but thanks to my sparkling personality, I don't exactly have the easiest time making friends. That means I spend a lot of time talking to Styx, and Model A robots, they're not really programmed for casual conversation. The net result is I end up talking to a machine and looking like I'm out of my mind. Hell, maybe I am. Styx, how's this month looking?
I'm sorry, I did not understand your query. Please rephrase.
I'm asking for the sales report.
Understood. Current data shows revenue has decreased 13.7%.
Ouch.
Yeah, so business sucks. Tell me something I don't know, Styx.
Affirmative. The word nurdle refers to a blob of toothpaste placed on the bristles of a toothbrush.
No Sticks, I didn't mean to literally tell me. Nah, forget it. Good talk.
Oh, 3-star Rangers. Maybe they want to do... No.
There's got to be a megacorp that'll...
Oh, this is apartments. Ah, so you got some goods merchant.
It's a poison, and it needs to be taken off the streets. Welcome to Newell's. If you're looking for any specific goods, Rosa and I guarantee we'll beat Sieghart's lousy selection every time. Oh, I don't have a problem with this place. My problem is Siegert himself. That man has absolutely no respect for the business community on Neon. He skips merchant meetings and refuses to participate in any of our group buys. Worst of all, he pays off Neon security to keep his place safe. Yeah, sure, if all you care about is yourself. Every payment Siegert makes validates Neon Security's corruption. He's setting a bad precedent that many merchants are forced to follow. Anyway.
Racketeering?
Sorry. I know I can get a little intense about these things. If you'll forgive the outburst and have a look around, I'm sure you'll find something you might want to buy. Here, let me see that. Oh, not a bad idea. You might be onto something here.
First person?
Thanks for bringing this to me.
Hey, I need to find 4 more customers. Could probably take a look at this Siegert problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be extremely helpful. I honestly don't know what to say.
Don't have to say anything. Hey, there he is.
Be careful when you're dealing with Siegert.
There's the zomber.
Surprisingly unreasonable when he's cornered.
How often do you try speaking to the Siegert yourself?
The first time I brought up the subject, we got into a huge argument. Siegert said he had every intention of paying Neon security and that it was final. After that, I tried to speak to him a few times, but he's always been too busy to spend the time to sit down and have a decent conversation. It's obvious he has no intentions of talking to me anymore. I honestly don't know what I did to make him so angry with me.
Story of you and Rosa. Who's this Rosa?
I arrived in Neon almost, 20 years ago? I had gotten a job at Xenofresh through a friend and started working on the loading docks. After a few years, they moved me up to Kazanbas processing, and that's where I met Rosa for the first time. She was my supervisor, but we hit it off right away. It wasn't long before we decided to quit Xenofresh, get married, and start our own business. We've been in love ever since.
Well. Is all of Neon security corrupt?
I'd say the majority of the guards are rotten, and the few who aren't simply take a paycheck and look the other way. They have Neon completely under their control. The Freestar Collective's own security doesn't even maintain a presence here. If it wasn't for the Freestar Rangers outpost, there wouldn't be a shred of justice in this entire city.
Wonder if we can change that as a player.
Thanks for stopping by our shop.
Okay. Next. Let's see. Maybe. This could be a potential person. Oh, this is legitimate, like a liquor store. Interesting.
Customer, feel free to spend your credits or get the hell out.
Oh.
Yeah? You need something? If you're here for blend, I just had a new batch come in last night.
A mysterious name for a beverage.
No mystery, the name says it all. Look, I don't have time for chit-chat. I've got a lot of business to take care of, so if you don't mind hurrying this along, that'd be great.
Doesn't seem like a guy that would take the flyer.
Blend is back in stock. It's going to be a stampede.
I don't think he's gonna do this.
Whatever, just hand it over. I'll look at it on my own time.
Well, that counted. So why is Blend so popular?
Probably because you can't buy it anywhere else except at my shop. And I mean anywhere. As in the entire settled systems. It's got a special blend of secret ingredients that you can only find in Neon.
Let's see. Let's do the medicine thing.
Alright, genius. You guessed the main ingredient. You don't need to be yapping about it in public, you know? For your information, the distribution of Aurora anywhere except the Astro Lounge is illegal. Off the books, that shit flows like water around the city. No, are you crazy? I've got a captive audience here. Business is booming. Blend is part of the Neon charm. It's iconic. Not to mention that Blend's mix of special ingredients can only be found here.
How's business, even though he's already said?
What are you, the nosy type? Why do you care? But if you must know, business is good. It's always good. Blend is a local phenomenon. It gets people in the door. So are you going to buy any, or are you just gonna talk my ear off?
I'm not gonna buy shit.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Not a very good, good with customers talking wise. People didn't need liquor. Okay. I think we've gone through this area when it comes to stores. So we got, what, 2 more? Already done that. Trade Authority, I don't think. Well, no. Trade Authority could be a thing. Okay.
Need something? Yeah. Buying, selling, or moving?
Guys don't sound too happy.
Yeah? Well, then let me spell it out for you. You either walked into the TA to buy some goods, sell some goods, or have some liberated goods taken off your hands for a reasonable price. So, instead of wasting my time making me explain how the business world works, let's get a move on.
Damn.
Hey, I never said stole. You used that word, not me. Look, let's stop playing games. We both know what I'm talking about. Now, what'll it be?
Now that we officially pissed him off, do you want a flyer?
Not interested.
Thought so. Maybe I could do some work with the Trade Authority. It's probably illegal shit.
Well, first of all, the outpost in Neon is hardly anything to be worried about. They have, what, like 4 men covering the entire city? Come on! And even if one of them got, I don't know, suddenly ambitious and put the heat on us, well, there are 2 ways to solve that problem. One way is to leave an unattended cred stick on the counter. The other is to give Sayoka a call. Either way, it's business for us as usual. Really? You? Okay, sure. First, get on out of here because this isn't a recruitment station. Seriously, check out one of the mission boards if you want to run cargo for us. Jobs are for whatever's listed.
Okay.
If running cargo's not your thing, then that's too bad because that's what we've got.
He's high-strung as fuck.
If you find anything else, make sure you bring it to me.
Well, actually...
What? Yeah. Various employers post jobs to the mission boards for people like you to take up. For example, the Trade Authority pays pilots to run cargo. You'll find them in bars, usually near spaceports throughout the settled systems. All right, buzz off.
Actually...
It's too hot. Not interested.
Damn. I thought I would change the...
Done here. Time to move on.
I would change the thing, but no. So, yeah, that's where we got our thing. Spaceport terminal. Maybe this person? Outfitter?
You want to head to Euphorica after work tonight?
Nah, I'm feeling...
I like how you're sweeping when you have a bot that can do exactly that.
How about
Outfitters.
hitting up the rooftop?
Welcome to Sick Heart's Outfitters. Everything you need to explore the settled systems.
Yeah.
I don't have it. You don't need
I'll
it.
bring the blend, you bring the chunks.
It's quite the bold claim.
I can promise you, I'm not just using hyperbole to get your business. I've spent years perfecting my business by polling customers, measuring sales, and carefully adjusting my inventory to cater to just about everyone. So take your time, look around, ask me questions. You won't be disappointed. Am I? Forgive me. I tend to forget how annoying that can be. I have a lot of overhead in this place, and just between you and me, I am up to my eyeballs in debt.
Oh.
This is a prime spot, right next to the spaceport terminal, but the bills and the rent here are astronomical.
That's probably why.
Sure, and going in, I expected it to be expensive. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details of my business all day. You're here to shop. So why don't you help out a poor shopkeeper like myself and buy something?
Do you want a flyer?
Business could always be better. I'll take that.
Yes. One more. No. Damn it. 2 more. Thought I did 4.
My dear mother would have said the same thing. The fees here are quite expensive, and I'm barely making ends meet. But I've always been quite stubborn. It has not always been easy, but I've been at this location for 8 years, and I won't give up. My business is my pride and joy. You won't find another store like mine on Neon, so please support my business with your patronage.
I'm
You won't
kinda
be disappointed.
wondering what it sells.
Yes, I'm aware of James's objections. That's partly why I don't go to the meetings. But if I don't pay Dexler, I'll lose my business. And what good would joining the Alliance do then? So, really, I don't have a choice here. If they want to fight Neon security, they can. But I need to protect my livelihood.
Wonder if I can persuade him.
Easy for him to say, he doesn't have my debts. If I don't pay Dexler, I might lose my inventory. And if I lose my inventory, I'll lose my store.
That is true. Let's see. Maybe we can persuade you.
And why is that? So he really believes the Merchants Alliance can stand up to Dexler?
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to dismiss it. Okay, you've convinced me. I will stop paying Dexler his safety assurance fee. And tell the Newells I will come to the next meeting. Maybe I will even bring some beverages and snacks.
Yeah.
Can't stand up to Neon security on an empty stomach.
He's kind of an upbeat guy, though. Talking to all these shop owners and all that are accidentally giving me missions. Like today, I'm just trying to focus on like knocking out these missions left and right, and I'm just gaining more as I do it. It's like, shit. I knew this was gonna be a thing. Hey, got some
Medical emergency.
Oh, you have an interesting voice.
Oh my goodness. Another poor soul. Alright. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
You sound familiar. I wonder who your voice actor is.
That's a very wise choice. Since you're clearly a first-time visitor to Reliant Neon, I'd love to offer you a free checkup, but I'm afraid I'm dangerously low on supplies.
You're addicted to the stuff.
Hell, that's what they want.
I can assure you it isn't by choice.
If it worked for you,
You see, I'm a bit
for me.
at odds with the current administrator of Neon.
Of course.
His drug is turning the streets into a graveyard, and he doesn't seem to care.
Talk to me.
We've argued about it on more than one occasion, and all he's done is try to persuade me to quit. Thinning out my supply chain is his newest tactic.
Killing his customers, that means he'll run out of customers, so you're the only one keeping them alive, so that's kind of a stupid business decision.
Then you understand what I'm up against. At this point, I've resorted to asking anyone that has a ship registered outside of the Volii system to bring me medical supplies. I pay them for the supplies, of course, but it's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport. Now, if there's anything else I can do for you, anything at all.
I wonder if I can help him out with this. So I can help you with these medical supplies.
That would be amazingly helpful. It's a relief to meet someone who gives a damn about anyone other than themselves for a change.
Evans.
Oh, and I'll pay you directly.
Wonder what his other roles were.
It's the only way I can sneak them past Bayou's people at the spaceport.
Because it does sound very familiar. I'm just trying to figure out what I've heard that voice from. I hope I won't get you in trouble for this.
Don't worry about me. You just watch yourself. Administrator Bayou doesn't like people that rock the boat.
We do need to get rid of Bayou.
Anyway, I have a contact over at the clinic in the Narian system.
Oh, Law and Order.
She's one of the nurses there. She'll get you started. Thank you so much for doing this. You have no idea how helpful it'll be for the poor folk that live in Ebside.
Hey, do you want a business flyer?
I wouldn't mind a bit of extra traffic as long as the supplies allow for it. A few extra credits never hurt.
Oh, Days Gone. There you go. I'm trying to remember what character in Days Gone it is. But yeah, okay. That's probably the most recent I probably heard his voice then. James. Oh, Weaver. Okay, yeah, there you go. I'm starting to picture it.
Aurora stimulates the neural circuits in the brain, specifically targeting the neurotransmitter serotonin in the prefrontal cortex. This
was Pike in League of Legends?
Hallucinations, both auditory and visual. That's the enticement factor. As you can imagine, this state is highly addictive, and the user gets stuck in a vicious cycle. They need more Aurora to satisfy their cravings.
I do like it when game developers use actors as voices, but not actually use their face though. It's kind of nice because certain actors actually have a very unique voice, and it's good to use them for certain projects.
Well, it's completely dependent upon how long the user's been addicted. People who have been using for, say, 2 years or less. I've been
Barrett needs something to talk about.
Program successfully, but there are others who have been addicted pretty much all their adult lives, and I have yet to try and cure someone who hasn't relapsed.
Probably because they died before that.
We both apprenticed under Mary Cartwright at the medical facility in Aquila City. Spent a heck of a lot of hours working together. Abby and I got along exceptionally well. Don't get me wrong, we're just friends, of course. She's young enough to be my daughter. I almost felt bad leaving her behind when I was hired to work for Reliant in Neon, but I knew she'd do well wherever she ended up. Reached out to her a few months ago when I ran into trouble here, and she's been helping me ever since.
Cool. Alright, that's all I can talk to him for now until I do his job.
If you need help, remember
when you're not busy, let's chat.
Alright, let's do it now.
You know, traveling with you has been more than just good old-fashioned fun. It's been, well, therapeutic.
Good. Let's do some empathy. Lay on that empathy.
Well, the fact is, you've had my back countless times already, and without you, I'd be exploring some random world alone, not realizing how much that bothered me.
Well, we make a great team, Bert.
That's just a fact. Which brings me back to that plan I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
I think I know how to move forward now.
Got the evidence?
But I'm going to need your help. My contact sent a gift.
Cool. That we paid for.
Well, we only paid for my contact's uncommon expertise, technically. So they found an insurance settlement.
Mm-hmm.
Irvin's employers got paid as compensation for sabotage.
Ah. Sounds fishy.
It seems that the mining company got a huge payout after they won the case against Irvin. We have the settlement paperwork from their insurance. Tons of money. Oh, also the cyber runner had to move on to other work, but sent me a passcode to some computer system. I'm not sure what it goes to yet. We can just hold on to it until we figure it out. But anyway, we have enough to move forward. The missing piece here is proving that Irvin was framed.
Yep.
So I discovered that Irvin's original lawyer still practices law, and she'll look over everything we found.
Cool.
Oh, detective. I like the sound of that. If I'm the detective, does that make you my trustworthy and sensible partner with a heart of gold?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I can work with that. Detective Barrett at your service. Anyway, we should take everything to the lawyer and see what she says. Maybe she reviews it and decides we have no case, or we need more evidence. I don't know. If we don't have a case, I can probably let it go. But I have to try. Fantastic. I knew I could count on you. You're as reliable as an atomic clock. I've sent a list of everything we found so far to the lawyer in Gagarin. You know, I actually feel optimistic about this. Lead the way, detective. I know now isn't the best time.
We're friends.
I need to talk with you later.
Again?
Yes, Captain?
Okay, never mind.
We've done everything that we can do for Irvin's case.
Guess we'll do the breach of contract. Since that's going to be semi-urgent. I gotta finish up this flyer mission first, though. But yeah, breach of contract is our next mission then. We'll probably do that after a break too. But I gotta first figure out who I'm giving the next flyer. Hotel, maybe?
I really don't know if I can do this.
Are you here to book a room?
Do you want a flyer?
Oh, thanks. I'll definitely give this some thought. It couldn't hurt.
Thank God.
Enjoy your visit to Neon.
Hope I didn't give you too much trouble last time I visited. I was a little worried about this mission. It's like, how? I wonder if there's like a selective group of people I can only talk to. There's like only 5 people that are legitimately can only pick up the flyer, but that wasn't too bad.
Let me know if you need any assistance with the flyers.
I handed out all the flyers.
Ah, thank you so much, my friend. I believe that this will be a great boon for my business. Thank you for taking the time to do this for me. It is not often to see such kindness here in Neon.
Flyers never really worked on me. I'm kind of wondering how effective they really are.
Thank you again for helping me out with the flyers.
No problem, dude. Alright, let's, okay, she's not directly behind my chair. But first, let's select the mission. So we'll try and do breach of contract, we'll finish that up, and then go back to activities. We only have 2 so far. 2. Fingers. And, then once we're done with all that, we'll do our miscellaneous, which we have... Oh dear. Okay, thank God. I was gonna say, is it that much? Okay, so we have this all the way up. And most likely when we do those, we'll probably pick up some other things that we have to do. And then, once we're done with all that, we can work our way upwards. Do all that, and then eventually start working on finishing the main quest. In this case, starting the main quest. Because we didn't really do a lot. We probably are like, what, mission 2 or 3 of the main quest, and that's it. So, God knows how long that's going to take. Let's see, though. Actually, there's a very good... The predictions have probably been more acute now to the actual time. I'm assuming... Let's see, how long to beat usually? It's probably shortened because now more people have beaten the game. So let's see, Starfield's main quest, main story is about 19.5 hours. So I assume if I have 10-hour days, I could finish it in 2 days if and when I start the main story. That's gonna be a bit. Oh Lord, that's at least 2 more days of Starfield, which I don't have a problem with, but at the same time, Harmonth is enclosing on us real quickly. And I do have another game to play before that. So we shall see.